Hi everyone, welcome back to Cody's Lab. So a long time ago, back when I did my biting indium video, a lot of people posted comments saying that I should try biting some gold. Because apparently one of the things people do in order to confirm that gold is authentic is to take a bite out of it. You can see this quite often in photos of Olympic gold medalists notching down on their Olympic awards. And as it happens, I just bought a 1 ounce gold bar using my last paycheck, and so I thought, why not I give it a shot and see if I can determine that it's authentic. Well, first of all, it came with an assay certificate, so I'm fairly certain it came from a reputable source, but I've also gone through the trouble of measuring its density, and it does have the correct density. However, there could be a tungsten core in here. I doubt it because it's so thin. I mean, someone probably wouldn't go through the trouble of putting a tungsten core in a bar this size. But if there is tungsten there, the gold would be very much harder than it would be normally. The piece of tungsten here, tungsten is a very hard metal, whereas gold is a soft metal. I don't think I could dent that with a pair of pliers. So let's try biting this bar and see what happens. So I was only able to dent it just very slightly. There's definitely a dent there, but it's nowhere near what most people would expect. So does that mean that this bar is fake? So to find out, how about I take a piece of gold that I know to be absolutely genuine, because I actually refined this myself, I think in episode 2 or 3 of my refining series. But anyway, this is pure gold, so let's take a bite out of this and see if it has similar results. Yeah? I'd say that bite mark is almost exactly the same size. So that means the gold bar is actually genuine, because they were about the same when I bit them. See, a lot of people think that gold is a very soft metal, almost like butter, whereas it's actually about as hard as aluminum. You can see this aluminum muffin tin that I cut apart, and if I take a bite of aluminum, you can see that I get about the same size dent. Gold is a soft metal compared to steel or tungsten, but it is actually quite hard compared to a lot of other metals such as lead, or of course indium. But I was actually able to put a small dent in this gold, so perhaps it is a good method to determine if it is genuine or not. So I have this gold bar here, which is actually a fake gold bar that I bought off eBay. This it supposedly contains a thin coating of gold on the surface, but it actually doesn't even have that. It's solid aluminum bronze. I even cut a corner off of it to do further tests, and I've confirmed there's absolutely no gold. And these things are all over eBay, so watch out for them. But let's take a bite of this. You can see I've dented it very slightly, but it's much less than the gold is dented. That's because aluminum bronze, though having a gold color to it, is quite a bit harder. Now, Olympic gold medals are actually a thin coating of gold over top silver. So let's take a bite out of the silver bar here to see what kind of dent it makes if that's the case. Okay, so just slightly larger than the aluminum bronze. Silver and copper are about the same hardness. Here is a gold coin which I've actually made and is fake. This is a piece of steel coated in 24 karat gold. You can easily determine that this is fake just by bringing a magnet near it. But let's also try the biting test. Yeah, there's no way I'm denting steel. There is one way, of course, that I could soften gold. This gold bar has been work hardened. The act of punching it into the bar shape has actually hardened the metal. This is because it puts strain in the crystals of the gold and it increases the strength of the material. But if I heat it up, I can relieve that strain and the gold will return to its softened state. So let's actually do that and see if it makes any difference to how it is with biting it. There we go. I've heated the gold up till it's a bright red hot, which is just a little bit below its melting point so that I don't have a puddle of gold on my hands. And now as I let it slowly cool off, it should form the unstressed crystals of the soft gold. This is, of course, another way you could determine that the gold is genuine, because a gold bar that is fake would oxidize. Gold does not oxidize even at high temperatures. So if I take this fake gold bar here and do the same thing to it, you can see that the bar is actually severely discolored now. In fact, just as I'm holding it, you can see it oxidizing in the air. It's forming the copper oxides. I'm going to find somewhere to put this. There we go. This gold bar is almost cooled down to room temperature. That's another cool thing about gold, is it cools off very quickly. Let's take another bite out of this and see if there's any difference. Oh yeah, most definitely. I was able to take a much larger piece out of that. I wasn't able to bite it off, but the dent is like 10 times bigger. And finally, I have here some gold dental crowns that a fan sent me using the address in my About section on YouTube. This is actually the biggest donation I've ever gotten to my channel because these weigh about 4 grams each. And they're about 60% gold, with the balance being silver, copper, and palladium. That fan wishes to remain anonymous, but if you're watching, thank you very much. I will definitely be putting these to use in my videos. But what I have them out for is the fact that gold, when alloyed with some other metals, actually becomes quite hard, and you can take advantage of its properties where it's inert. And it actually makes very good dental material. So, you can bite gold, or you can bite with gold. So, hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Now that I've softened the gold bar by heating, I should actually be able to bend it just with my hands. And indeed I am. So I've pretty much ruined this bar now, but it's still valuable due to its weight. I just can't sell it for the coinage premium.